Hey everybody, my name is Stephanie Garofalo and I'm super excited to be working on an upcoming comedy project with Rick and Oscar's trailer this year. I actually met Rick through auditioning for some of his projects through Backstage, and from there we started to build a rapport with each other. We liked each other's work. I liked his writing, he liked my acting work. We felt that we got along as artists, as creative artists, and it was super exciting to, have this connection in the industry that I was just starting out in 2021 after the pandemic and everything. It's super exciting that we can finally co-write, co-produce, and I can act in a piece that we're creating together. We are currently roughing out the script, but we're hoping to bring this comedy project to you somewhere later in 2023. So yeah, that's really exciting. Some of my favorite productions that I've ever been in as an actress, I got to be in a production of Sick by Melissa James Gibson at my college, my senior year, which was super, super fun. I got to act with two of my really good friends, and it was just like a super exciting script. I love comedy. I think that's one of my strong points. And we were just able to be silly and just laugh so much during rehearsal. Oh man, I just really had the best time, and it was like the best way to end college for me. I also had a really incredible opportunity while I was still in college to work at Cortland Repertory Theater as my first professional contract. We did 4 shows over the course of the summer. A children's show called Dorothy Meets Alice where I played Dorothy. We did Saturday Night Fever where I played Annette, and that was super, super fun. I'm a huge dancer, so it was so fun to just like dance to disco with some of my good friends. And after that we did Newsies. So again, there was so much dancing, there was so much joy in those rehearsals. It was really incredible to watch that come to life. And then we did Our Town to close out the season, which was really cool, really touching, and really diverse season. So then when I first moved to New York City after the pandemic started getting better, I had this incredible opportunity to devise my own character with the directors of this new play that was adapted from Wirt Paul video games. It was called The Menagerie Cycle. And there was like 2 parts to it, and I was in the second part called Archive. I was the archivist, and it was really cool to just like read the script and be able to like choose what I wanted to do, choose my actions, choose my lines. Yeah, it was really cool. I felt like I had a huge part in bringing that story to life. The way I go about trying to connect with the role and research a role before I play it, I read the script a bunch of times. I want to be familiar with my character, my thoughts, my feelings, my actions, and what that says about me. But I also want to know like what the other characters are saying about me and like how society plays a part in who I am as that character. Obviously, if it's a historical piece or a nonfiction piece, I want to do research on the events that it's talking about in the show or the film. I want to do diligence and make sure that it's accurate to history. If that's the kind of story it is. But really, like when I'm approaching a character, I think that I can empathize with anyone. Obviously, I don't necessarily agree and morally agree with some characters I play, and maybe I would do things differently than some characters I play. But I think there's always a way to, see into someone's life, see into how someone feels. So that's how I really try to like approach any character and take my acting work to the next level. I really become this person, and their thoughts, ideas, morals become my own in the show, obviously not in real life. So I was a musical theater major in college, but I really love doing all kinds of work. I love doing plays, musicals, dance concerts, cabarets, films, TV work, episodic work. It's really just so fun for me to be able to play any character, and I love writing as well, so that plays a part in the kind of things I like to do. I think, like I said before, one of my strong suits is comedy, and I definitely think dark comedy specifically, especially in my writing, that's a lot of the things I tend to gravitate towards. I love things that make you think, psychological thrillers, horror, which I know that's a hot take. So yeah, those are like my favorite genres. Usually when I'm looking for projects and stuff, like that's the stuff that definitely catches my eye the most. Like I'm like, oh wow, I really want to play this like likable villain, you know, or I really want to make people laugh. Like I just want to be a complete doofus and so silly, because I know that I'm very physically funny and outgoing and just like really a goofball. I think for me, being an actor and a writer goes hand in hand, because really at the end of the day, like art is about understanding people and portraying people as they are, or an over exaggerated version of them, you know, whether it's fiction, nonfiction. It really just comes down to like feelings and thoughts and actions and like everyday things that, you know, maybe we don't always notice, or maybe it's something that's very, very relatable and, you know, you're watching something and you're like, holy crap, that's me, you know? I think when I write, I try to write things that I know. I write about the kind of people that I surround myself with, or, you know, people that I feel like I have a good understanding of. And myself, of course, I write about myself. I poke fun at myself. A lot of characters that I write are based off people I know in real life, or based off artists I admire, or even artists I know. You know, how fascinating their lives are, their personalities. Like, I love bringing that to life in my dialogue. I feel like dialogue is one of my strong suits in writing. Because, you know, you want your characters to sound like people. Like, yes, of course, the plot is important, and you want your story to have conflict, and you want it to be something that people want to watch, something that people are just addicted to. But at the end of the day, it's about the people, right? So even if your plot is amazing, if everyone just sounds like a robot, like that's not gonna really fly. People want to see people. I love writing because it feels like, you know, I can just get a lot of thoughts and ideas out of my head and onto a page, and then being able to bring that to life, whether I'm in the piece I'm writing or I'm watching other people bring it to life, other artists. It's just so beautiful. Like, it really feels like I'm making some sort of impact in the world. Like my work is saying something that might, you know, really speak to someone, and that's really cool. So I actually have a really exciting project coming up. I am flying to Panama City, Florida to star in a comedy film. My character's name is Misty, and basically it's an art house comedy about this couple that tries to set their cousins up in relationships, and they make a bet like who can do it first. And then it actually rocks their own relationship, and they have to decide, you know, if they really want to be together and if this is really, you know, the kind of relationship that they need in their lives. So it's really, really cool. I'm super excited. I've never done a full-length film before, so this is like so cool. I can't wait to be on set. I can't wait to meet these other artists. Yeah, that's gonna be super exciting. I really can't wait to get down there, and I can't wait for hopefully all of you to see it. It's supposed to be on streaming services next year. And yeah, I guess when I have more information to share, I totally will.